Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ugh, what the hell? Why? 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 OBS, why? Why? Oh, it's my internet. Oh no. Oh no, my internet is bad. Hold on, let me go check on that. Hold on. Let me go bother the router. Did that help? No. Seemingly it didn't. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let's hope it stabilizes out. Yeah. Oh no. It happens, I'm lagging the fuck out. My 5G ain't 5Ging, bro. I don't think it's you. I think it's me. Unfortunately. Oh my. Not cool. Not fun. Not good. Not cool. Not fun. Oh well. Yawn. What's up? Hi, Felly. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Not much is up. I just started and I'm already having technical issues. Unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. My goodness. Uh, I think it's a wombo combo. My 5G has been awful recently. Maybe. Happy feet. Wombo combo. Oh well. It might sort itself out eventually. I hope. Usually does. Oh, it did stabilize itself. I'm not gonna celebrate too early, but that's promising. Let's keep drawing these funny accessory thingy. But anyways, hi, hello, good morning, welcome. Sorry, I got so caught up in the network issues that I forgot to do my thing. Hi, hello, good morning, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Hello, Arsen, congrats on first. And hello, Feli, welcome. Hope you're doing well. The other day I was listening to this song and something really funny. I thought it was funny. It might not be that funny, but it popped into my mind and it amused me so much in the moment. And that is, imagine this song, but every time the phantom sings, he does the dance move. I'm doing it, but you can't see it, so I don't know why I'm even trying to explain it by just doing it. You know the dance? I think it's a Fortnite emote where it's like there's a character, right? They have their arms out in front of them like this, and then they fucking gyrate their hips, but like fucking poo 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 poo, you know? And I was so amused by doing that dance move every time the Phantom of the Opera sang during the song. Have it be known, I was really tired. I was super tired. Oh, this is tired. It seems like the connection issues are actually fully over, which is wonderful. Everyone refresh your streams in case there's still a delay. Have the students volunteering so you can barely hear the background music, so they're in the Phantom of the Opera. All you can hear is and my dog walked in and it's like, what the fuck? I've always wondered what it sounds like from your guys' perspective. I can't really test my own volume. Is the background music good compared to like the sound of my voice? Because it doesn't get recorded in the VOD, so I can't go back and watch the VODs like I do with like video game streams where I'm like checking if the game is too loud. Pretty quiet, but it's fine when you're talkative. Guess I could turn it up a little bit. Like slightly. I don't want it to be too quiet so that you can barely hear it. As long as you can still hear me over it. I should start doing sound checks at the beginning of streams. Fallout Boy! Hello, Tenant. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Taking a break from art right now. Do a butt ton of leaves. Probably gonna play Oracle of Ages and do a struggle. Hmm. Oracle of Ages. I recognize the name, but I don't know what it is. For some reason, I imagine it's a fucking Zelda game. It sounds like a Zelda game. I don't think it is, though. Because I can't even imagine what Zelda game that is. It is a Zelda game? I thought it wasn't because I couldn't imagine like what it looks like. Because I'm not a huge Zelda fan, but like if you name a game, I could like point out which one it is for the most part. Is it one of the newer ones? Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Ah, you know yeah, that sounds familiar. It's those games from like the Game Boy Advance, right? Or is the Game Boy Color? It's from the Game Boy era, right? See, now I remember. Now I remember. You just have to remind me of the other one, and I was like, oh yeah, that one. It is a Zelda game. For some reason, the only thing that came to mind was one of the CDI Zelda games, but that's called like that's like Wand of Gamelon, I think. There was Wand of Gamelon, and there was one more. One where you play as Zelda, and one where you play as Link. One of those, I don't know. I'm playing on my 3DS. There. Fair to you, they did like a remaster of Link's Awakening, and people who don't know Zelda's older titles will think it's new. Oof. In Echoes of Wisdom, the newest, you play as Zelda like 95% of the time. I know, it's really cool. I just love bringing up that it technically isn't the first game where you play as Zelda, because she had an entire game for herself. It's called Wand of Gamelon, and it was for the CDI. Faces of Evil, Wand of Gamelon, and Zelda's Adventure for the CDI. Exactly. Wait, there were 3? Need to find a way to get that game. Don't. Don't. You will regret it. Those games are infamously bad games. Because the CDI in general was just, they didn't have good titles for it. Unlike Sega's fucking CD. What was it called? I don't remember what the attachment is called. That allowed you to play CD games on their consoles. It's like Sega got Sonic CD, one of the best classic Sonic games in my opinion. And then Nintendo made the CDI Zelda games. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. My boy. I'm already gonna play them all starting with the oldest, so I might as well. You know what? That's kind of fair. Props to you. Ow, my skin is so dry and crackly. Panasat lets me play N64 and other retro games online, so I can play the ones Nintendo want to charge me an arm and a leg for. Only have Age of Seasons because I got them before they started pulling this crap. Yeah. Good. 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 Wunderbar. Oh, coffee, 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 coffee. Stretch. I need to go get some coffee. I'll be right back. Wow. I'm back and I have coffee. Coffee. The coffee guy from regular. Oh my god, I was just thinking about him. I was just serious right after I muted and went to go get the coffee. That's what I was talking about. That was what I was thinking about. I was thinking about the coffee guy from regular show. Oh my god. Can't believe Breath of the Wild was my favorite Zelda game until I saw one specific character and I just rudely, metaphorically threw Breath of the Wild out the window. What character was it? Who was it? Like a tornado, across the great unknown. Tornado across the great. A Link Between Worlds, Ravio. I'm a sim for emo idiots. Oh my god, I don't recognize the name. Oh my god. Is that Jax from Digital Circuit? He's low rule version of Link. Yeah, I thought so, because under the mask, that's just Link, but with black hair. But like, why is he Jax? Why did Link want to be Jax? Tornado. I didn't know alternate universe Link had Jax as his persona. That is awesome. If you were legally allowed to have a fictional character as your personal persona, who would it be? Any fictional character you could have as your personal persona with no legal repercussion. Who would it be? I think mine would just be Mothra. I really love Mothra. I've always just really loved Mothra. I know none of you are surprised. Hey Google, play Jax. It didn't go off. I was younger, I say Godzilla, but now not so much. I mean, yeah, that's true. I guess Mothra is the one that comes to mind first because I'm a moth. My persona already is a moth. But if it would just be a character that I really like and would love to base my personality around, that's essentially what a persona is. I guess in that case it would be a Sonic character. Got this shit. Talk to lie the people. Now we're talking persona or persona. I always was under the assumption that they were similar things. Then again, I'm still a baby furry, so maybe I'm wrong about that. Because like personas are like furry characters that you like express yourself through, right? That's why it's called a fursona. But maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Persona is more like anything, but usually humanoid in species. Persona are specifically non-human. Oh, so I am right. A persona is like a persona, but like specifically animal or bestial. Bing bang. Also, if my brother had a sona, he'd want to be something based on Godzilla and see part of his pop culture taste. But knowing him, he'd name himself Gamera. That's pretty based, though. Persona is a broad term. Persona is specific. Yeah, I know that. I was just the way you said it made it seem like there was like something else to it. But I meant like if you could use one character as your persona. If there's a character that you really associate with, a furry character, of course, is what I mean. Any fictional character that you could just own as your persona. Like just the implicate that me saying persona specifically like eliminates like Superman, Shrek. Other characters. Maui from Moana. But you could totally have, like, Sonic. Any Pokemon you want. Bluey. Persona is harder, though? I suppose. Maybe a little bit harder. Though furry media is, like, so prevalent in our society, if you think about it. Mostly because most people don't view it as, like, furry media. They just think, oh, anthropomorphic animals, those are cute. That has been part of society for, like, ages. Because people just like animals. Don't ever trust a person that doesn't like animals. By the way. That... I don't like judging people. I don't like judging people, okay? I don't like to say all these kinds of people are bad or stuff like that. But if someone genuinely hates animals for whatever reason, I do not trust them. Sorbet shark cookie? Is this a cuck? Is this a cookie run thing? Is it a cookie run thing? More of a kin, but he'll work. I guess that's kind of what I'm asking, isn't it? Like, who are you kinning? Even though I don't quite understand the appeal of, like, kinning. I get relating to characters and being a fan of characters and all that. I just personally don't take it as far as some people do. And, like, that's a... not holding anything against anyone, obviously. That would be mean of me. The only times I really have a problem with it, and I wouldn't even say it's a problem, it's more of a nitpick, because I'm kind of pedantic at times. It's when, like, people kin characters that have barely anything to them, and they only like it for... they only like the character for, like, their own projected, like, headcanons onto the character. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong to do so, I'm just saying I don't understand. I don't understand. Because, like, you just made a different character. But, you know, I'm not here to yuck anyone's yums. If people are just having fun on the internet, doing what they love, I'm not gonna police them. That would be very mean of me considering what I do on the internet. Probably looking like most people, but I mean, I'm not huge into the scene, right? So like I can't speak for everyone. It's just it confuses me personally from what little I've seen. Maybe if someone gave me a crash course in kinning, I would understand better. And I wouldn't be so judgmental. I'm being judgmental, aren't I? Kind of, sort of. It's because when he goes to the bathroom, Erin has a dream. Cause he has low T. See, that looks wonderful. That's a wonderful little charm. Ah. Sorry, from as of late, my idea of Rabia is more OOC than canon, but he's a character you don't know a ton about. Because that's all the characters in general for the most part. So Shark Cookie is like a whole heckin' lot. He's so silly. I see. Personally, the term kin for me is new. A lot of my information is stuff I've accumulated over the course of, I don't know, 15 years. New stuff is something I'm still trying to understand. I don't think they're very solid in the place of the community anyway. Hmm. Basically, the term would change a little bit for the next few years before solidifying. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen that word being thrown around for like at least close to a decade at this point. It's old enough for like Snapcube to reference it in their Sonic 06 fan dub. With their excuse for why Mephiles disguised themselves as Shadow being, it's called Kinning Shadow. My form has taken of the likes of yours. Or some shit like that. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched that fan, though. I should probably rewatch it someday. It's so long, though. I usually only rewatch, like, compilations of the best moments from the fan dubs. I don't watch the whole things because they just keep getting longer and longer. I haven't even watched the Kingdom Hearts fan dub yet. Originally, the term Ken was a shorter version of Sona. Oh. Yeah, I think I remember that, where people made essentially. I might be remembering this wrong. Correct me, but people made sonas that were like essentially sonas based on existing characters, and they would call them kins because essentially they're related to that character. So like it's part of their kin. That means like family or something like that. I remember now. Want that so want it. To be wrong, I'm not an active person in fandom, so I'm usually just lurking at the edges to take advantage of people's fascination to show them my work. You know, that's kind of fair. I used to be huge deep into fandom spaces, but I stopped. Mostly because the vessel in which I used to do so was a very bad app that I now have severe trauma with, so I do not do that anymore. Also, hi Sever, welcome, congrats on third. Hope you're doing well. I used to be on Amino. Anyone who's used that app will feel the shivers as I say it. In concept, great place for like a fandom communities. But the result was the result was I'm gonna put this as lightly as possible. It resulted in a lot of grooming. Trust me, I have first-hand experience. But that's not something I will go into on stream for obvious reasons. I don't think anyone wants to hear me trauma dump about that. And so I have not been on Amino in years. It took me a while to get off it too, which is weird. Because I had friends there, quote unquote. Well, I had a lot of friends there actually. And I hope they're still doing well. Wherever they are and whatever they're doing. But you know, I also as implicated before, met some really not great people there. It's kind of funny though, because I didn't realize it was grooming at first. Like, obviously, there were some people that DM'd me, like, clearly in a sexual matter that were clearly older. But I was conscious enough to be like, oh yeah, that's not good. Let me just not interact. But there was this one person, and okay, here, I said I wouldn't trauma dump, but here I go. She was actually nice to me. She was actually sweet. She was... Sure, she was, like, way older than me, but she was nice. So I never really considered it grooming, at least not at first. It wasn't until I was randomly... This was years later, after I had already, like, left Amino and wasn't interacting with her anymore. I watched a video about a YouTuber that I used to watch when I was younger who had been exposed for grooming. But the thing was, he didn't intentionally do it. It just sort of happened. He became friends with one of his fans, and then it escalated, and, like, he never considered that there was a power dynamic there, and whatever. So it was kind of unintentional grooming. And that's what made me realize, wait, is that what happened to me? I don't think I was intentionally groomed. I was just in a not great relationship with someone that was way too old. And I was a minor. So, like, not great, but... Sorry, I said I wouldn't trauma dump, and then I did it anyway. Anyway, happy times. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope none of you ever get groomed. Oh, no. Don't need love when it comes in a bottle. Drug when you're bluffing, double or nothing. Laugh it up, la 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 la. Conventions are really bad for that, actually. I'm sure. I will pet the rock. Find friends in my wine, stay unawares just as long as I'm drinking. Love in a bottle, love in a bottle. Don't need love when it comes in a bottle. Wow, 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 wow. The episode was when I started to enjoy the music. Didn't care for them before this episode. Really? You didn't care for the Has-Been music until this episode? Because, like, I swear, even the hardcore Has-Been haters, you know, the ones that hate it for, like, at least good reasons, like, oh, the writing is bad, or the creator is not a great person. Not the people that, like, are like, oh, it's woke. But, like, most people who don't like the show still, like, are willing to admit that the music is the best part. did a redraw of the following song too with Ravio and Link because I'm a loser. No, that sounds cool. Ah, oh no. Are we fine? Okay, we're fine. The bitrate isn't terrible this time. We're fine. We're good. Sorry, the stream just disconnected. Love to show you the redraw because I worked so hard on it, but I'm not in your Discord. If you have one, I do have one. You can join. I just you the Discord. There you go. I hope that link still works. Ugh. Right. And generally join streamers Discord. I have exceptions. I get stuff out of it like critiques. I mean, oh no, the bitrate is bad. Oops. Never mind. It's good? It's fine. Oops. I mean, you don't have to join. If you posted the art on social media, I can just look at it there. If you want to. If that's what you prefer. But if you haven't posted it anywhere, then I have no way to look at it. Can I send a link here then? Yeah, you can. Links are usually allowed. You won't get automatically banned for it. I don't have a bot in place for that. And I'm still a pretty small streamer, so like usually it's fine. I'm fortunate enough to not have a lot of spam bots come in all the time. Like Lucy unfortunately has. Let's see this. The stream fine? The stream doesn't seem fine. Oh my god, everything's so slow. Oh my goodness, this is pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello? Uh, 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 ah! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look at this! Oh my goodness! That's so cool! That is so cool! Stretch. That is really cool. I love the shapes, all the angles on on the on the body. Very has been, which is you know kind of makes sense in this case, but still really cool. I love character designs that use such sharp angles in the body. The eyes too. Oh my god, I really love the eyes. But yeah, this is super cool. Oh, I'm already following. Okay, cool. Good. These are a bunch of reposts. Oh my goodness. 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 That's so real. Now this is peak. This is peak. But yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. They draw over a screenshot for the background and pull colors from the OG because my screen coloration is whack. Yeah, I assumed so. Still really cool. I need to draw more like actual illustrations. I usually just stick to drawing characters in a gray void. I'm more of a character designer than an illustrator, you know? All I do is draw characters in a gray void. I need to draw more engaging stuff. Did you just illustrate characters rather than putting them somewhere? But I'm trying to get out of that. Yeah, I respect that. I need to get into that myself. That's one of the things that I'm really excited about with the current project I'm working on. One that I will not share on stream, unfortunately, which means which means that whether or not I'll actually work on the project as much as I would like to is still in limbo. Because usually, if I don't do it on stream, I won't do it at all, which is, you know, what that's what ADHD and depression does to a motherfucker. But since my current project is making my own Marvel Rivals season, and Marvel Rivals, every season in Marvel Rivals has like gallery cards, which shows the characters in like dynamic environments to like explain the lore of the season. Kind of, it would kind of be good practice for me to actually draw environments and like stuff like that. I say it's a project I'm not working too much on stream. Meanwhile, I'm currently working on it, just a different part of it. So I'm working on a part of it that doesn't spoil the story, so it's kind of fine. Also, I'd like to make a comic. That would be so cool. I also kind of want to make a comic. Though I have nothing to make a comic about. That's a lie. That's a lie. I want to introduce you guys to a character. I want to introduce you guys to a character. A character who has existed in my mind for years now. I was inspired by the Suicide Squad movie, the one from 2021, with Idris Elba and John Cena in it. The good one, so to speak. But after I watched that movie, like years ago, I came up with this superhero slash anti-hero character that has just existed in my mind. It has existed in my mind for years now, but I have never put it to paper. But last night, I did. I introduced to you the cock. The first one? No, the second one. The one with Idris Elba and John Cena. Where they fight the big starfish creature. But here's the cock. Obviously called that because he's, you know, he's a rooster. See, he's like a rooster guy. His name is the Cock. Real name Richard P. Enos. And he's just this really strong Punisher type strong guy with a lot of weapons. His weapons include his signature weapon, which is this big drill gauntlet thing called the Pecker. Because like he's a bird, he pecks things, and like it's like a drill thing. It pecks, right? The Pecker. And he has these explosives, these bombs that trap people in sticky goo called the nuts. the neutron universal tactical explosives, which, you know, he has to carry around somewhere. So he has this sack on his this sack on his back where he carries the nuts, a nut sack, so to speak. And then for just convenience, he has 2 guns. He just carries around a pair of guns that he uses sometimes. He calls them Willie and Johnson. Super serious dude. There's no funny business around. The idea started with me. He's as I said, I came up with him after watching the Suicide Squad movie. He's a total Peacemaker ripoff. But the idea started with me just thinking, what if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson played a character? And then I designed him around that, if that wasn't obvious. The name of the cock actually came from, you know, The Rock. That's why he looks like The Rock under the mask. That's who he is. And the whole idea is like, you know, he would be in like some sort of Suicide Squad-esque team where like most people are there just for business, and so they don't care that his name is the Cock, and like he's got all this penis innuendo around him. But then there would be one guy that is just always like, is anyone hearing this guy? This guy's ridiculous. Meanwhile, the Cock is just like, they call me the Cock. They call me the Cock, and I stand for freedom. I stand tall and long like a beacon. Spreading the seed of liberty throughout the land. And then some guy is just like, this guy's insane. What's wrong with this guy? And that's like where I think the character would work best. But last night I was trying to sleep, you know, as always, keeping myself up with just thinking too much. And I kept expanding the universe in my mind, right? Even though he would work best if he was just, he's the only guy that's like this and everyone else is normal, so to speak. I kept thinking, like, what if he had, like, a partner in crime? And I came up with 2 ideas. I don't know which one I like more. One is a guy and one is a girl. The girl one would obviously be, like, a Catwoman-esque, like, femme fatale character called, you know, the Pussy. Because she's a cat, right? She's a cat. But then if it was a guy, it would be like pretty much the same as this guy. It would be sort of like with the Wolverine and Sabretooth, where like they're pretty much the same guy. But like you know, if they had a more friendly relationship rather than being rivals. And then he would be called the ass because he's a donkey. Because he'd be like a donkey type hero. Or anti-hero, I don't know. But my best idea that I came up with last night, I was falling asleep, is like an antagonist to this guy who's like an evil mad scientist. Who's the guy who made up the nuts tech. And his name would be like, I didn't come up with a first name for him because I was trying to sleep. I didn't want to think too hard. But his last name would be Cummings, because that's just too good of a last name. And his super villain name would be Seaman, as in the letter C and then a hyphen man. Seaman. And his main weapon would be this like nanotech that he calls swimmers, where it's like small little robots that he makes constructs out of. And once I had that idea, I was like, this is too good. I need to make this into a comic or something. I need to make this into a comic or something. But anyway, that was just a little detour. Let's continue working on this. I shared it on a Discord server. I shared the cock on a Discord server last night while I was right before I went to bed. After I had done drawing him, I shared him in a Discord server. Cause like it's a Discord server I've talked about before, where me and a bunch of fellow artists chill out. It was meant to be a community server for this Instagram artist that I like a lot, but it's kind of grown into its own thing since that artist doesn't post as much anymore. But it's still like a great place for us to share art and stuff. Very chill. I have a lot of cool friends there. I think like one of them actually came into stream one time because we were working on a project together. Technically, we're still working on it. I've talked about it before. But I haven't been as active with it lately because I've been unmotivated. I focus on my own things because trying to force myself to do other things just unmotivates me even more. You know how it be. You wanna just say, now I know the built-in ability. Take everything you see, but now it seems I've fallen for her. To have an invisible touch, yeah. She reaches in and grabs right hold of your heart. Have an invisible. What color? What color? What color? What color? What color? What if I just steal colors from Nemo, like his actual rival's design? I've only been going for. I've only been going for an hour and a half. No, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. I've been going for longer than that. Namor, Marvel rivals. Ah, I'm not that good at whistling. Since when was it? Did I stop being so good at whistling? I used to be, well, not great, but I used to be better. Now it sounds so strained. It's just that my mouth is dry right now. Meowdy too. Hello, Arsen. Welcome. You missed me talking about the cock and my ideas I had as I was falling asleep last night about the cock extended universe. Okay, not extended universe, but like the cock's own universe. Arson, I have a question for you. Honestly, for anyone in chat, if you're smart enough. What's a funny name? Like a real civilian identity name for a cum-based superhero. Or supervillain, I guess. Doesn't matter if it's just a hero name. If it's just a real name, doesn't matter if it's a hero or a villain. Because, like, last name Cummings is, you know, obvious. Like, of course. But what would a good first name for such a character be? Hard time. Richard Cummings? Is that what's short for Richard? Dick? Not a bad idea, unfortunately. Richard means penis. It doesn't mean cum. And I'm looking for cum right now. Don't take this stream out of context, please. I beg you. If I lived an innuendo-based superhero, his name would be Jack Hoffman. That is amazing. Let me try a different direction here. Actually. That sounds like an anchor man in like some sort of comedy sketch. Hi, this is Jack Hoffman with the weather. It's so hard to render gold, oh my goodness. How does Rivals do it? Rendering pearls was better, holy shit. Funny sketch that's not, it's of the whole team thing. Is it the alpha as White Man Jumpscare Alpha? Well, that was just an idea I had of like the Melanade extended universe. Now I'm specifically talking about the Cox own home universe. For context for you people who aren't our Cinemator over here, I did this. The only characters you will recognize is the Cock, because I just introduced you to him, and Alpha, you know, the yellow one. The yellow one. The other two are from other projects that I worked on before I became a VTuber that I'm not gonna share yet because I haven't fucking face revealed. Trust me, Crabman is peak cinema and you're all gonna love it. But that short film has my face in it. Oh no, the bitrate. Oh no. Oh no, we might disconnect. Oh no. Oh no. No, wait, actually it looks stable. Okay. Whew, we're fine. He can be like Superman, weatherman in normal civilian clothes, but beneath it would be his birthday suit. I don't know what his superhero name would be. That is so awesome. What was your? Yeah, you okay? You okay? Yeah, you. Oh, oh. You've been hit by. You've been struck by. Smooth criminal. I know that the meme is you've been struck by truck, but like I always when I was younger and listened to this song, I never heard the criminal part, so I always assumed he just said you've been hit by a spoon. You can bully me all you want for that. Into the bedroom. And yeah, you okay, Annie? You've been struck by smooth criminal. Okay, we're fine. Whew. Are we fine? Seems like we're fine. I hope we are. Jesus! Are we fine now? We're not fine now. All day, all night. You can have it any way you want it. No, let's make it blue. Let's make it that aqua green color that Namor has on his shite. Salutations, fine shy. It's not shy. It's fine shit. I see a lot of people see fine shit written with like the Y in it, and people assume it's fine shite, but no, it's fine shit. Ugh, the bitrate. God damn it. Why are you not getting better? Stop it right now. In the words of our favorite TV man. You're working for the man! The TV man! It's one of my favorite quotes from Has Been Hotel, probably ever. Not just in season 2. Probably the best quote from all of Has Been Hotel. Come on, bitrate, please. 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 I got a pretty funny meme about Wi-Fi router I think could apply pretty well to Mel. Please share it on the Discord or something. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. I'm gonna make you understand, and never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Our heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside, we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, well, tell me you're blind to see. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Oh my goodness. Cry. Never gonna say goodbye. I will stand resilient. I'm like a stone. I am unmovable. I'm like a stone. I'm unmovable. This bitrate is not gonna stop me from streaming. I've learned from my mistakes. I know it's gonna blow over anytime now. Anytime. Any moment now. Any moment now. It's gonna go back to normal. Any moment. Any moment. Any day now. Anytime. Hurt you. Like up. Gonna let that gonna hurt you. Gonna make you cry. Say goodbye. Let's stop and hurt you. Let it stay. Let go me down. Let the days go by. Water flowing underground. To the blue again. After the money's gone. Once in a lifetime. Water flowing underground. Tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Days go by, let the water hold me down. Let the days go by, water flow to the blue again. The money's gone, once in a lifetime. Go by, let water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the silent water, under the rocks and stones, there's water underground. Days go by, let the water hold me. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime. Bitrate, please! People tried to rickroll me in high school, but always failed because I actually liked the song and then I annoyed them by singing it. Hell yeah. I agree. The song isn't bad. It's a good song. It's a vibe. Days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Ah, ah, ah. Bam, ba-dum, bam, ba-dum. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. The sound they're playing on the radio. Where is the add overlay? And then just get a watercolor. The water. The color of water. Uh, it's the water inside. Come on! The bitrate. Why? Yes, moonlight. If you stay right, I'll run with you. Want to see the adapt I'm working on? What's the work in progress on Twitter? I can check it out. Oh my god, why is the bitrate like this? I don't like it. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Let's see. You. I think this is the color I have to change now. Make it lighter. That's mm, that's good. Good enough. There we go. Looks good enough. Also, I wonder if I... Does that help? Probably not. Ugh. Bitrate, why? Why are you like this? Oh my goodness, why are you like this? Oh my god, oh my goodness. Oh, that was the issue. Awesome. It's not perfect, but it gets the idea across. Oh my god, please, bitrate, please. Why is the bitrate like this? I still have an hour left of stream. I can't be doing this. Oh, this art is cute. My Little Pony. My Little Pony. I love My Little Pony. So, question: are you open to criticism? Well, it's not really criticism. It's just a piece of advice more than anything. Because it sounds to me like you are really struggling to draw all these leaves. The birthday slapped you hard tonight? Yeah, I know. Usually it stabilizes over time, but it's not doing that. Oh my goodness. This is abysmal. Abysmal, I say! Is there anything I can close? Not really. Hi Val, if you can even hear me, welcome. Hope you're doing well. No, it's fine. Fine as it is. I'm gonna go to the bathroom though. I will be right back. Let's hope things are better when I get back. Bow bow. Okay. Oh, it seems to be fine now. Let me not speak too soon, but it seems to be fine now. Anyway, hi Val. You're 69th. Welcome. Whew. The bitrate seems to be stable now, so everyone reload your streams and there shouldn't be any more. There shouldn't be delay, but who knows? Maybe there still will be. I don't know. But anyway, it seems to be fine. Let me share that art that let me share that work in progress on stream. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Look at this. It's My Little Pony. It's very cute. I love the colors. The colors are great. Um, but here's a piece of advice that I would give you, because it sounds like you are really struggling with the leaves, right? It sounds like you're really struggling with the leaves. And yeah, I totally understand why there are a lot of leaves. They're very small leaves everywhere. My piece of advice, though, is to try stylizing them a little bit more instead of drawing every individual leaf. Right? You get what I'm saying? Like, if I were to do that, it would look something like this thing on the chest. The eye thing on the chest with all the leaves around it. If I were to do that, I would just do like, I'm in the wrong layer. I would just, here's the eye thing, right? And then I just fucking not have as many tiny leaves. Just make it a whole mass of of leaves. Of course, it's up to you, but if it sounds like you're really struggling with drawing all the leaves. So I'm just giving a little bit of advice. You don't have to listen if you don't want to. It still looks really good. I really like it. I especially love the colors. I'm usually not great at making color palettes. But it looks really cool. Had thought about it, but I already finished the part. I may still fix it. This is a redesign of an old adopt I never saw. I see. Well, you don't have to fix the current art. I'm just, like, for future reference, if you don't want to draw a bunch of tiny leaves that most people wouldn't even notice, just stylize them to be a lot more simple. It's a lot better for you, at least. Anyway, that's I still feel like I should redraw some of these, but that's all accessories done. These 5 and then these 5. Are there any here I need to redraw? No, I don't think so. Maybe this one. This one's looks a little plain. But that's all of them. Cool. Uh, these ended up a lot more detailed than the first ones, I'm now realizing, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's draw not these guys. Let's draw this man. Let's draw Mr. the Cock. The idea, though, that she's kind of a monster creature, so details can make her feel less detached from the cute world she maybe in. You know, I totally understand that. Yeah. That actually makes sense. I feel like I need to color this guy. But what colors? Obviously, cock colors. As in rooster colors. He's a rooster. He's like, what's so funny about my code name? I'm clearly a rooster. I'm a cock. Like a rooster. What's so fun? Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. I don't get it. What's wrong with you? Stop laughing. The way I said that just now reminds me of that one like Saw meme where it's like Jigsaw, and he's like, in front of you are a plate of peas, and then you hear the sound of someone like starting to eat them, like, and then Jigsaw is just like, now you're challenged, dude. Stop fucking eating them. I haven't even told you the challenge. Slow the fuck down. I love that meme so much. No, the bitrate again! No! God damn it. Never mind, it's fine. That was just a little dip. It's fine. It looks to be fine. Baby, give it up. Na 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 na. Baby, give it up. Give it up. Baby, give it up. Hey, Rooster Man reminds me that I need to work on my own Rooster Man. He's an actual rooster, though. Please do. I need to see the other Rooster Man. I still need more words, more synonyms for come, though. For his arch nemesis, Seaman. But there's only so many like innuendos you can make. Like there's penis, there's cum, there's ass, there's pussy, and there's boobs. That's only like 5 characters that I can make. Right? Boobs and butt are a stretch because they're technically not genitals. But you know, there's kind of in that association still. I am contemplating whether to have also make characters that are based on like sex in general. Because I had one idea that I think could be fun, but it's very much like a sex thing and not just a haha funny penis joke. I just realized his real name is Richard P. Enos. That's a double dick joke. It's actually a triple dick joke because the P stands for Peter. But like I had one idea for like stream disconnected. Of course it did. But the bitrate is stable for now, so it's fine, I guess. Uh, you know what sucks about the stream disconnecting? I'm pretty sure any viewers who are like lurking and like doing other stuff and just listening to the stream that don't realize that the stream has disconnected, they haven't checked in on the stream. They haven't opened the stream in a while. They're just probably not counted as viewers because the stream isn't actually playing for them. It just says that stream is not connected or whatever. That's what happens to me sometimes because I tend to lurk in streams. I have the streams open in different tabs while I'm doing stuff, and then it says like, "Oh, cannot connect to stream," if like they have issues, and it's like, I don't think I'm counted as a viewer. Anyway, it seems that the bitrate is fine. Let's check out this rooster, man. Oh, that's awesome. I love the body shape on that with a big fluffy tail and a big chest. That is awesome. It's really cool. That's really cool. I love that. I dig that. Man, wings. I feel like I need to give this guy a glider of some kind. He's like Batman. He needs some sort of like something to glide with. But like, what's a funny penis word I can use for it? Pops back in for me every once in a while, but if it kicks me out, I load the stream back up if the streamer is still streaming. Yeah. But I never know who actually does pop back in and reloads the stream. Because even if they do, they don't say anything in chat. So I'm always like unsure how many people are actually here. I don't usually check how many people are currently watching. Except for like at the end of the stream when I'm raiding. But sometimes I do it when like I have real like technical issues. And on average I have like 5 viewers at a time. At least at the end of the stream when it's time to raid. But when I have technical difficulties, I have only like 1 or 2 viewers, which, you know, it's probably because people who don't check back in after a disconnect aren't counted, which is unfortunate. I've never thought about giving this guy a glider. As I said, he's been on my mind for years. He's been existing as a character in my head for years. And every time I like come up with all these cool gadgets for him just to like fit in as many penis jokes as possible. But like these 3 are the only ones that like always come back, Springtrap style. But like I've come up with ideas like he has like some kind of sling, like that he uses to throw the nut bombs, and it's called the schlong. That's the only one I can think of right now. That's why his like fucking gadgets are so inconsistent, because I go months at a time without thinking about him, and then I forget everything that I've come up with. But I've never thought of giving him some sort of glider. I don't have to name the glider. I can just give him the glider, and then like when he uses it, you know how on in comic books there's always sound effects that come up for different things. I could just have it so that the sound effect that comes up every time he unfurls the glider is schlong. Because it kind of sounds like the onomatopoeia for like flickering. That's not the right adjective here. Like rapidly unfurling fabric. It kind of sounds like schlong. That I could give you another idea. Yeah, I just really liked how you drew wings on that rooster. It looked real cool. Another thing, he always, in my mind, he's always been just like a peacemaker type character. It's like, in my mind, he was always just, he looked like Peacemaker with just regular like jeans, and then like the shirt with like the superhero design on him, and then the mask. Not much. But then recently, because I've been thinking of Deadpool, and I've been thinking of like the 90s comic superhero aesthetic, I thought it works really well for him. So I gave him a bunch of pouches and huge shoulder pads. And a belt, looking like fucking Cable right here if he was a chicken. Sorry, a cock. No, the bitrate. Fuck. Oh, never mind. It's stable. Wonder how long that will last. Probably not long. Let's color this guy. Honestly, now that I think about it, seeing the cock kind of reminds me of the one movie made by the guy who made South Park. It's been a while since I've watched Orgasmo. I've heard that name before, but I don't recognize it. Yeah, that looks like Dwayne Johnson's skin tone. Approximately. Maybe it's a little bit more orange tinted. Yeah, that's actually better. It's close enough. I can turn this into a webcomic. Imagine if I did. Did I finish my fucking talking about two of the characters I came up with that I'm not sure if I'm gonna use because they're less haha funny genitals and more like haha funny sex? Because genitals and sex are different. I mean, they're funny for similar reasons, but it's, well, quote unquote funny. It depends on who you are and what your sense of humor is. But a lot of people just think, haha, penis funny. I don't think I finished my talking about. I was interrupted by the stream disconnecting, but I came up with this idea of like a duo of like it's a nun and a priest, and their their working names are Brother Daniel and Sister Maria, aka BDSM. And yes, I know priests are called father, not brother, but like it wouldn't work. Oh, sorry, will hydrate and stretch. Thank you, Tenant. Ugh. Whew. Stretch. What color is a cock? Let's look at that. Rooster. What happens if I just Google cock? Will it show me roosters? Yep. I was fully expecting penis jump scare, but no. These are just roosters. No, I don't have safe search on. So that surprised me. Man, roosters are more colorful than I give them credit for. I always imagine them as just orange and brown, but no, they're very much like greenish blue. I guess I confuse them with chickens, just regular chickens. Well, roosters are chickens. Because chicken is a general term, rooster is a male, and a hen is a female. Their feet range from like very yellow to very gray. So I'm gonna go with a kind of reddish gray color for the gloves and boots. And of course, bright red for the coxcomb. Is that what it's called in English? I don't actually know what it's called in English. In Norwegian, we call it essentially a coxcomb. On the comb. It's also what we call a mohawk in English, like the hairstyle, because it does indeed look like a, you know. Then make his pants a dark turquoise. Dude, remove the fucking the fucking obvious like comb on his head. I made Aquaman. That's Aquaman colors. That's Aquaman. What the fuck? I didn't want to make Aquaman. How do I un-Aquamanify him? Maybe if I make the green a little bit more bluish. Definitely less Aquaman that way. Make this one a little bit more of a bronze color. That feels like it's just... That feels very close to a skin color, though. It almost looks like he just has like an extra layer of hardened skin instead of a suit. Anyway. Let me go back on that. No, they usually have the green on their chest, actually. But then he'd be so green he wouldn't even look like a rooster anymore. I need him to look like a rooster. I need the fucker to look like a rooster. I guess roosters do have a lot of green, that I think about it. Very green. Well, it's a very black, dark green. And it depends on the rooster. Oh, this is a really colorful one. It's definitely giving more rooster, actually. You had a glider to be called the Astro Glider, maybe sponsored by Astroglide too. No, because it's not penis related. It's funny, don't get me wrong, but it's not penis. He's penis man! Like the guy in Animal Crossing. I feel like for this to actually not look that terrible, the orange part has to go a lot further down on his arm rather than just on the shoulder. And maybe also look a little bit more feathery, like You know, it doesn't help that, like, the feather, what is meant to look like feathers, looks like scales. Which was, you know, halfway intentional, but, like, it was meant to, like, evoke, like, Captain America, not Aquaman. I didn't realize that the colors would just make him look like Aquaman. Ah. Drum, the local guitar picker got his guitar picking thumb. Soon as the sheriff where now it looks more feathery. Wonderful. I just need to do that pattern on his chest as well. Awesome. Okay. We're in business. Reminds me of that one Pokemon, Halucha. Is that the one? I assume you mean Halucha because that's like the wrestler bird Pokemon. I don't know if rooster feathers are usually this purple color, but it kind of worked, right? Thing is, oh, bitter. In other words, hold my hand. Other words, me. He's so cool. This is genuinely one of the best ideas I've ever had. He looks so much better in color. It works because Dwayne is a former wrestler. You know what? I never thought of it that way. It worked. Now what color to give his belt? Guess it would be a brown, right? Would just be brown. Does that fit? I don't want there to be too many colors. I need something neutral when the rest of his design is so colorful. So like browns and grays. Like Deadpool, his pouches are just all brown and gray. No, they should be orange lights. Actually, should there be lights, or should I put like an emblem inside? I should put like an emblem inside some kind. This definitely needs to be a dark color. It's a bit better. Actually, let me just turn up the saturation on pretty much his entire costume as it is right now. Make him a little bit more vibrant. Okay, not that vibrant. That looked a little bit too. Hue shift him a little bit. That just looks ridiculous. No, maybe it's perfect the way it is. No, wait. I was going to turn up the saturation. I'm stupid. I forgot. Yes. Good. And then these didn't have to be that saturated. These need to be gray. His lips too didn't need to be that saturated. Now it just looks like he's wearing lipstick. See, that's better. Take this gray color and use that for like certain details. Like this is metal, make it gray. This metal. Shoulder pads too. No, the entire shoulder pads. That's awesome. I mean, he's missing one arm because I didn't draw it, but hey, as just like a concept sketch, it's perfect.
I love him so much.
Oh wait, those his eyes were also in this layer. So awesome. Oh my god. I'm out of coffee. How's the bitrate holding up? Are we fine? We're fine. Oh man. Now we need to draw the rest of the cast. Also, I'm not too happy with the shape of the pecker. You know, it's a thing that has been part of his concept since the beginning. It's like his signature weapon is that he has this big arm-mounted drill that he pecks people with. Doesn't really spin. It's not really a drill. It doesn't spin. It just sort of. It's more like a jackhammer. It goes. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It pecks. That's why it's the pecker. No other reason. But even though it's always been part of the idea, you know, I've never been properly able to visualize it in my mind. And so trying to draw it, it just ended up looking weird. So I need to give that a second pass. I'm really happy with how I was able to draw the rock. Though to be fair, I did look on Google for like Dwayne the Rock Johnson caricatures. That's always what I do when I want to draw characters that are visually inspired by real people. I look at caricatures to see how professional like caricature artists like exaggerate people's features. So I know what features to exaggerate. And so like with The Rock, for example, you know, he's got his signature like eyebrow, and then he has a tiny head and a big ass chin, thin nose. You know, the nuts though, the nuts. I wonder if I can come up with a better like acronym. specifically for the U. I just came up with something real quick. Hence why the S is for explosive instead of explosive. That one I just think it's funny. That I think is funny. I want to keep that. I think that's really funny. Like, it's clearly a forced acronym. But, like, that is also such a comic booky thing. Comic books do that all the time. Neutron was just to make it sound fucking scientific and then tactical because, well, there's a weapon. But this is cool. This is great. This is amazing. He's finally real, guys. He's not just a figment of my imagination. Finally I've put him to paper. I can share him with the world. Just like the cock himself spreads his seed of hope across America. I will spread the word of the cock. You're having too much fun with this. There's no such thing. I just need to get better at the wordplay. If I want to make it a real comic, I need to get really good at wordplay. Because it's gonna be most of it. He's so good though. Found a little thing on Twitter with a sketch of a character being squished by thighs as A and muscular arms as B. Of course, my thoughts were Ravio, Link, and Hilda Zelda. Ah, yes. Alternate universe, self-cessed. Technically not self-cessed. Now I need to start working on the rest of them. That foot is real low compared to the other. Kind of, a little bit. It's fine. Just a sketch. Doesn't have to look fully accurate. It's not as bad. I'm tired. I mean, technically, this foot is supposed to be a little further back, so it should be a little higher than this one with the perspective. I see what you're saying. I just don't really care. Just a sketch. What's another famous wrestler turned actor that I can base his either rival Wolverine and Sabretooth style or partner in crime fucking Deadpool and Wolverine style? I would say John Cena, but this guy is already like the idea for this guy already came from Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad movie. So you know what? It's fine. What does John Cena look like? John Cena caricature. Very square face, very square jaw. He has bigger ears, it seems. I mean, a lot of people draw caricatures with big ears, regardless. So that really doesn't matter. He has a more bulbous nose. In reality, I should really just look at actual pictures of John Cena to figure out how to draw him, but I like looking at caricatures instead because it makes it easier for my mind to see the details that I should focus on. Yeah, he's more square. He's more square. Less triangle, more square. And a rounder nose. I'm gonna grab some grub. Okay, have good grub. Num 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 num. Randy Orton as well. Who the fuck is that? Randy Orton. I don't recognize that guy. I don't even think I know him from anything. But he does have a distinct look. He has very small eyes. His eyes are like teeny tiny on his face. And he has a bulbous, bulging head like Dave Bautista, another wrestler turned actor. Anyway, let's try to draw the Cena. Falling out around the world. Try to draw the Cena. It's gonna be a very similar look to the cock, but like this look like John Cena. The what? The cock. Pay attention. He has a wider mouth too. It's like see, that looks like John Cena. Kind of, sort of. I think the only thing that kind of throws it off is the hair. Not as recognizably John Cena, but like you can tell that that's supposed to be a John Cena caricature, right? Though you could also easily mistake it for Arnold. Yeah, it looks, now that I think about it, that looks a lot like Arnold. That's very Arnold. Arnold, whose last name I'm afraid to say out loud. On stream, at least. Because it can and will be used against me in a court of law. The law of the internet, at least, where bad actors are always looking to ruin people's lives. Like, I don't believe in cancel culture. Your actions having consequences is not cancel culture. But there are definitely people who aren't out to cancel you, but they're definitely just out to, like, ruin your online presence. And they'll take anything out of context in order to, like, make you seem like a bad person. He actually does have very square hair, Mr. Cena. Still very much looks like Arnold, though. Name is actually pronounced with a K sound and not a G sound. My fucking German teacher. I'm aware of that, but still, I'm not gonna say it on stream. Still, you guys know who I'm talking about when I say Arnold. See me. Uh, uh, uh. Now look at that. That looks great, honestly. Now let's turn him into let's turn him into an ass, like a donkey. You know. Have my sag of go to bed. Good night. Okay. Have a sleep. Have a sleep well. Have a good sleep. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Copy him. And then transform the other one. Baby, I don't got enough gas. Oh yeah, little red Corvette. Baby, you're much too fast. Little red Corvette. No, I have to flip it. Back in again. There we go. He's the ass. Or should the ears be standing up? I don't know. But like he's a donkey, so he's like an ass. He's the ass. The ass. What should his name be though? What's a name that means ass? Fuck, what's the name that means ass? Anyway, I can think of that some other time because it's about time to read anyway. I did not pay attention to the time. We go look for someone to raid now. uh, so where were the spiders? While the fly tried to break your bones. Is anyone streaming right now? Any one of our regulars? Not really. Well, technically Cute is streaming, so we can raid we can raid her. She's really cute. Let me actually get a good screenshot of my progress today so I can share it. But yeah, is Mix It Up open now? It is. Okay, I can put in a little raid. Cool. So you can copy little raid message. And we're gonna be raiding Technically Cute, who is currently doing some art, as she usually is. It looks really nice. So talented. Oh my god, I want to be as talented as her. Anyway. I'm just gonna start the raid. I don't have much to say. I want to replace this song on my Spotify playlist to the one that I have on the song request playlist. The one where like it has like background music, some background melody that goes because I really like that version. But this is, you know, the classic. This is the OG, I believe. Anyway, I'm just gonna start the raid. Also gonna have a little bit of water. Turn your back on mother. Num 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 num. Real tasty. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here, for watching and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate all of you for dropping by. I will be back again tomorrow with some game. Very likely Marvel Rivals. I don't know what it is. I really enjoyed playing Secret of the Mimic. I really did. But after finishing the game once, I really do not want to just start over just to get a new ending. I don't know. I just feel like it's too much work, even though I did really enjoy playing the game. I don't know. I just really don't want to get back into it. So I'll likely be playing more Rivals tomorrow, which is good because I have a little plan. I have a little plan for a little something, but yeah, that'll be in the future if it ever happens. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. As always, remember to eat food, drink water, take care of yourself, take your meds if you have them, if you need them, and remember to say hello to Cute, Technically Cute on the raid. Bye bye everyone. Bye.